How much water would you have to drink to die? Which mathematician was the leader of an extreme religious cult that forbade its members from talking or eating beans? How did an episode of Friends create one of the most widely believed medical myths? The answers to these questions and hundreds more can be found in my new book, Facts That Aren't True. Link in the description. So on what grounds do I claim that scientific knowledge is valid? On science's continued ability to solve new problems and answer questions about the natural world. It has been extremely successful in doing that.
Yeah, so it's a circle. Science proves science. Empiricism justifies empiricism. Do you know who David Hume is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so David Hume, one of his biggest critiques on the empiricist in general was that empiricism, sense data, can't justify sense data.
Okay.
So there is no sense data. There's no.
I don't care if it can rhetorically be justified. Does it work? Yes.
Okay, so you're pragmatic. If it works, is all you care about. It's not justification.
Yeah, because so apart from whenever I have these discussions, what I like to ask people is, apart from, at least in your opinion, winning arguments, what would adopting your worldview allow anybody to do that they can't already do?
Yeah, so I'm asking a question.
So the question was, if anybody adopted your worldview, what would they be able to do that they otherwise cannot do, apart from win arguments?
Yeah, so I mean, you're moving the goalpost, but I can answer that. Okay, so in being an Orthodox Christian, you believe in Christianity. And there has been studies, there's empiricist data that you adhere to and subscribe to, in which Christians actually have a lower level of depression.
So the question was, what are you able to do that other people are not able to do?
I was explaining, but you cut me off.
No, you started saying that if you belong to a social network, there are positive social outcomes for that.
Hang on.
Fucking shit. You can compare people that are free, that are members of Masonic temples or the VFW or the Lions Club or whatever, and you'll find the same kind of data. What can you do that other people can't do?
So what I do is subscribe to a paradigm or a worldview, right? And subscribing and believing.
What the question is, if no, because you're not engaging with it, because you know that the actual answer is nothing. So I'm going to get you to admit that, but we're going to stay on topic here, Mr. Swag. Okay. So the thing in question is your belief system. What does holding your belief system allow you to do? Don't tell me that you're a member of a group that has the belief system. That's what we're talking about. What does it allow you to be able to do that other people can't do?
It allows me to have justification for universal.
I said, other than win arguments, what does your worldview allow you to do that other worldviews can't do?
Abstract, non-material things.
Apart from winning arguments, according to you, what does your worldview allow you to do other than that? Do you fucking get it yet? Do you get it yet?
I understand.
Do you get it yet? Yes or no?
So you're not gonna.
Do you get it? Yes or no? This is a yes or no question. Stop talking. Do you get it?
I was about to speak, bro.
Do you get it?
This is a.
Do you understand that the question is, what does it allow you to be able to do?
So how is this a yes or no?
The question is, do you understand that this is a question about what does it allow you to be able to do?
Yes, I'm aware, and I was about to say.
So what does it allow you to be able to do?
Yeah, so adhering to the Christian paradigm, the Orthodox Christian worldview, your mental health, your depression, anxiety, all these things lower. So adhering to the Orthodox
There
worldview,
are Christians who are not presuppositionalists like you are.
That's fine, but you just asked me the question of what does adhering to the Orthodox Christian worldview do, and I just gave you the answer.
You are pretending that every Christian is a presuppositionalist like you are, which is false.
Okay. So it's false because it's false, so it's a circle.
Could I get a double-digit IQ Christian to come up here, please?
Yeah, no, I answered
Not
your
all
question.
Christians are presuppositionalists like you are.
Yeah, not all atheists believe in empiricism, right? So you're
cool.
Just, like, what? And I'm asking you, if you want to stay consistent to atheism, you would stay consistent to empiricism, but you can't justify empiricism with
atheism is not empiricism.
Yeah, but most atheists would argue off of the base of sense data, right?
Probably. How is it that you know things?
How is it that I know things off of my worldview? Off of my worldview, I am connected to the divine mind, which gives
justify
me justification.
Justify that claim.
Yeah, so it would be a meta-logical argument. The transcendental argument.
Justify it.
Yeah, it would be a meta-logical argument. It's proven by the impossibility of the contrary. So we would
prove that the impossible.
Okay.
Prove that the opposite is impossible.
Are you gonna let me speak?
If you prove that the opposite is impossible, yes.
Are you gonna let me speak?
If you prove that the opposite is impossible, then yes.
We would be comparing paradigms or worldviews. We would be comparing your epistemology, your metaphysics, and your ethics. And
you have the burden here. You made the claim.
Yeah, and I just explained to you, we would be comparing the paradigms.
So the question was, or the request was for you to justify that the opposite is impossible.
For epistemology, metaphysics, or ethics, you don't have justification.
So could you please substantiate that the opposite is impossible?
I just gave you the...
No, you didn't. You just said, I'm a presup, and I'm right because I'm a presup. Could you tell me how the opposite case is impossible without just saying, my way is the only way?
Dude, you restating your position is not an argument, bro.
I didn't state my position.
Okay, so it's proven by the impossibility of the contrary. We would be analyzing...
Prove that the contrary is impossible. That's what I said to do 10 seconds ago. So instead of going backward, go forward.
Okay, so under your worldview...
No, not my worldview.
Yes,
this is according to you.
What does proven by the contrary mean?
I didn't give you an alternative.
What does that mean?
I didn't give you an alternative. You said the alternative is impossible. So back that up.
So why do we use logic? We use logic because without using logic, everything would be impossible. So something can be proven by the impossibility of the contrary. It's called a metalogical
prove
argument.
That the contrary is impossible.
Yes, because under your worldview, you don't have...
I didn't give you a worldview. Prove that the opposite is impossible.
Yeah, so did I not just say that it's a comparison of the worldview?
I didn't give you a worldview.
Comparison of the paradigms. So
I didn't give you a worldview.
Under your worldview, regardless of what your worldview is,
shit.
You have to say these things like the laws of logic, peripatetic axioms, just is, but just is not justification, right?
Presuppositionalism is not a justification. It's just a claim.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's an argument. It's not a claim. A claim and an argument is different, right?
How do you know that your worldview is correct?
You just said a claim and an argument is the same. That's wrong. Do we agree that's wrong?
How do you know that your worldview is...
Hang on. You just said a claim and an argument is the same. Can you explain to me how... Can you at least concede on that?
Concede that an argument and a claim aren't the same? Yeah, don't arguments have conclusions? Is a conclusion a claim?
No, but
yes.
But a claim is not an argument, though.
Oh, for fucking crying out loud.
You
How do you know that your presuppositionalist claim is correct?
Because it's proven,
whatever.
Proven by the impossibility of the contrary.
How was it proven?
As I said, so we would be looking at your paradigms, and you would have to give a justification for these abstract things like the laws of logic, like universals, like truth in itself.
What about them?
Yeah, so how would you give a justification for them?
What does that even mean? For them? Okay, for them being true? For them existing? What does that mean?
Of philosophy.
What do you mean? So he rage quitted because he can't answer the question. So I'm right because I presuppose that I am right. So, well, that's one rage quit for the day.